Alright, everybody, welcome back to another top 5 video. Today we're going to be looking at the top 5 cards from X and Y. Now, I would have done a top 5 cards from Legendary Treasures, but that top 5 would have just consisted of all remake of cards. They're just remakes, so I'm not really going to do that set. I mean, it would be wise, but at the same time, we already know the number 1 card would be Mewtwo, and the number 2 card would be Darkrai, and the number 3 card would be Scarbador, and then Victini, and then probably like Keldeo. Like, I can't do that. Like, there aren't really 5 cards from Legendary Treasures that were new and that could have done anything for to the format. So I'm not gonna do Legendary Treasures. It's just the cards from that set we can't really do a top 5 on because they're all just remake cards. But today we're gonna be looking at the top 5 cards from X and Y. This set we can do a top 5 list for. So without further ado, let's get into it. So at number 5 we have Raichu. You know, this card is, it's not as played anymore. It used to be played a lot when it came out because it was the best way to stop Yveltal EX, which was and is still technically the biggest deck everyone knows about. And Yveltal EX really struggled against Raichu sometimes. Like, you could just put 2 in or 3, sometimes even 4 maybe, but like Circle Circuit alone is a good attack because it's the same thing as Do the Wave by Cinccino from the Black and White set. Except that this one actually has a type, so it could counter Lugia and Yveltal EX. And this card just saw a lot of play because of Circle Circuit, and you know, it still sees a bit of play today. So that's why Raichu is coming in at the number 5 spot. At number 4 we have Yveltal. Now, not the Yveltal EX, we have the baby Yveltal. Now, arguably Xerneas is a bit better, or even Xerneas EX could be better, but to me, I think Yveltal here gains some attention for the fact that it has a pretty powerful attack, Oblivion Wing. You know, when Dark Patch rotated out, there wasn't really a good way to power up Yveltal EX, right? So people would just, hey, go with baby Yveltal, you know. Oblivion Wing did 30, which is a pretty solid amount of damage for 1 energy. It has a good amount of HP, and it's some energy acceleration for Yveltal EX. And that's why Yveltal comes in at the number 4 spot. I think it's better than Xerneas, but you know, that's just my opinion, of course. Baby Yveltal is just a very, very solid card all around. Coming in at the number 3 spot, we have another Pokemon, and this is going to be Aromatisse. This card is arguably a good card because it's just the fact that it does the same thing as Klinklang used to do, except with fairy types. And it's a stage 1, which is just great. This card's fairy transfer attack is extremely good. And you don't even have to play fairies, just play rainbow energies. And that's kind of where this card gets its reputation from, is you would use it on any Pokemon you want. Just run rainbow energies. And Aromatisse is just, it's a very good card. And it made the Aromatisse toolboxes become very, very good decks. And even now with like Gardevoir and stuff, it's also a pretty powerful card. And just one of the best stage 1 Pokemon we have in this game right now. Just fairy transfer. Very, very powerful ability, sorry, not attack, but just fairy transfer is a very, very good ability, and it just makes a lot of decks possible, and it's just, yeah, that's kind of why Aromatisse is going to come in at the number 3 spot. Coming at the number 2 spot, we have the only item on this list, and that's going to be Muscle Band. This card is, arguably could have been number 1, but I'm pretty sure we all know what number 1 is going to be. So, Muscle Band. What does it do? Well, just put it on. Your Pokemon's attacks are going to be doing 20 more damage. That is just incredible. And it can really change a game from going bad to good really quickly because of, I mean, that 20 damage you can really use. And that could come in handy. Like, this card is just really good because that 20 damage is extremely powerful, right? You know. And it's just a great card. It's kind of like Expert Belt from back in the days, but Expert Belt gave you extra 20 HP and you had to lose an extra prize card. But Muscle Band is just simple. Just, hey, your attacks are going to be doing 20 more damage. And that is why Muscle Band is coming in at the number 2 spot. Before we get on to our number 1 spot, I actually do have some honorable mentions. And the first honorable mention is going to go to technically 2 cards, but this is going to be the Baby Xerneas and Xerneas EX. Baby Xerneas is a very good card because of Geomancy. It is a very powerful attack for fairy decks. And yeah, Geomancy is what makes fairy decks really work. And next we have Xerneas. This is another decent EX card. Not really played that much anymore, but I mean, hey, it's great for fairy decks. X-Blast and Breakthrough are some pretty nice attacks. The final 2 honorable mentions, well, the final one is going to go to well, not the final one, the second from last one, is going to go to Greninja. Water Shuriken is a pretty fun ability. You know, Greninja doesn't really see that much play anymore, unfortunately, but at the time it was pretty popular because of Water Shuriken. Yeah, and that's why Greninja is going to come in at the second honorable mention spot. And the last honorable mention we're going to give is going to go to Trevenant. Arguably, though, I could have put on Delphox, but I was like, nah, why not? We're going to put on Trevenant. Forest Curse is a very strong ability, and Tree Slam could work, but it's what Forest Curse really did. And unfortunately, now we have Seismitoadx, unfortunately, so Forest Curse isn't really used anymore. But I mean, Trevenant was still a pretty popular card, and I mean, hey, it sees some small play, I guess. But the number one spot, you guessed it, is going to go to Emolga EX. No, I'm just kidding. It's going to go to Yveltal EX. This is the card that changed the game, in my opinion. Dark decks have never been more powerful because of Yveltal EX. Evil Ball is just insanely good, and just Yveltal EX is just an insanely good card. Evil Ball is a very strong attack. Y Cyclone itself is also a pretty decent attack too, but Evil Ball is where it's at. This card is one of the best EXs we've ever had in a long time. It's just really powerful. It's better than Mewtwo with the attack, and it's a solid card. It's resistance to fighting, which really helps too against Landers and Donphan. And just that, the Evil Ball is just an outstanding attack. So that's why Yveltal comes to the number one spot. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button. Stay tuned for the top 5 Flash Fire cards. And also, I'm going to be doing my top 5. Not my top 5. I'm going to be doing a freaking set review on Roaring Skies when the English scans eventually come out, because I'm not going to do the Japanese scans. I want to do the full English scans. That's why I'm going to do my set review. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video if you did, and I'll see you guys in another video. Goodbye.